there's like a non-binary House of Dragon star.
Yeah.
And it's obviously like one of the things where the non-binary chicks are just like usually like like a white chick. It's like a lesbian or whatever.
Short haircut. I looked it up. She just has like, she looks like an English soccer player or something.
Right.
She has like that funny, like the chav haircut, that's like kind of trendy. It's like it's like a bowl cut-ish look.
Yeah. Non-binary is its own thing where you basically are a girl. Like 90% of non-binary. It's either, okay, this is what non-binary is. It's either like a dude that actually dresses like a chick, or a
guy in a dress, but like not a trans person.
Yeah, you go, but I'm not completely. You're basically like you're probably will go trans, but you're just testing out the waters. That's what guy non-binary looks like. Girl non-binary is you're like a girl, but you try to look like a robot.
It's honestly, guy non-binary is just straight androgynous. It's like what they were already doing in the 70s.
But it's not that androgynous. It's like you just put women's clothing on, but you
That's
look
what
like
I'm saying.
a guy.
And they'll have a little like mascara.
And you have makeup on, yeah.
Blush or eyeshadow or something, and like. You're like, I'm non-binary.
But the girl non-binary is you try to look like a robot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or like Justin Bieber, kind of.
Or a little. But that's just always lesbians were always doing that. That's how many lesbian comics, have like, I look like Justin Bieber jokes.
That's true. That is a good point. Like a lot.
Right?
Many.
Very many. But anyway, she's like so she's basically like a chick with just a haircut. Right.
They're a chick.
Oh, my bad.
They're a chick.
But she's been doing this like press tour, and she said, she goes, the House of Dragon star reflects on playing a woman. I'm really good at it. So she's still got the chops to play a woman, even though she hasn't wanted to.
It's like riding a bike.
But it's so funny and be like,
to even say that.
She's doing the press tour, and they're like, obviously you're not a woman, so do you find it hard to play like a gender that you're not? And she's like, you know what? I used to be able to do it, and somewhere deep down inside, my ability to act like a woman's still in there.
Still there. Maybe she has an acting coach. She goes, just to refresh.
Yeah, she's trying to tap in when she used to be a woman. But then again, it also doesn't even make sense because you go, well, you weren't always non-binary, you were a woman, and then you switched to non-binary. It's like, no, I was always non-binary. And it was like, so you've never been a woman.
Well,
so what the fuck do you know about being a woman?
Well, she's both, or they're both.
No, but I think the idea would
I've always been a man, and I've always been a woman.
Right, okay.
I guess.
No, but they're not either. So this is the thing. Yeah. I think if they're going to say the rules, like, like you shouldn't be playing a trans person or whatever, non-binary people should only get to play non-binary people.
I mean, it's reasonable. I will say something I saw interesting, because the whole like diversity stuff in film where you can only play your thing, right? But I have seen a friend of ours who's not Jewish play a character who is Jewish, and he's like a POC. So they're letting it go the other way.
What's POC? What is he?
Like he's Hispanic.
And he's playing
someone who's clearly Jewish, like their name is Jewish.
Wasn't enough Jewish actors in Hollywood?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't like it if a Jew played a Hispanic person. That's for sure.
Oh, right.
A lot of revenge going on right now. There's a lot of revenge happening right now.
Well, people can't decide if Jewish is a protected group or not, because you're right. Why, if they are a protected group, then why aren't they protected from that?
The Jew face thing that what's her face made us stink about, Sarah Silverman.
Well, they didn't like that they made the nose bigger.
The nose bigger, right? But then also like a Jew should play a Jew as well. I think that was the point they were trying to make us in that thing. And then, it's just they're all over the map with this stuff. And like, he's a buddy of mine. I have no issue with it. He's great.
I couldn't give a shit about it.
I couldn't give two fucks about it. But I'm just like, I saw it and I go, that's kind of interesting. That the casting directors are allowing that because they know what they're doing. And you could have just changed his last name.
Anyone where you don't have to change your skin, I think should be allowed. Like, I don't think there's any problem with like an Iranian guy playing an Afghanistan guy if he can look like it enough.
Or a white guy if he can do the accent.
Or a white guy.
Tanned white guy. Or
sure.
Spanish,
or if you're like an Italian guy that's super like olive and you want to play like a Iranian guy. Like none of that should be off limits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I agree that if you're going to live by those rules, you don't get to pick and choose when you like them and when you don't like them.
Yeah. And again, at the end of the day, this is casting directors who are doing this, right?
Well, the casting directors are doing it, but I think some people are okaying it. Like,
of course, someone, I know. So interesting,
very interesting. The non-binary still gets to play. She gets her pick of the litter now.
Yeah,
she can play all. That's if that's the case, where you go, if you're non-binary, you get to play girl, guy, everything. You go, okay, every girl actor is like, yeah, guess what? I'm non-binary,
and you probably will start seeing that as they start.
I think you are starting to see.
Yeah, they go like, I'm disadvantaged by not being non-binary.
It's like this crazy concept that people move to make moves that benefit them.
Yeah. That ones where you don't even have to do much. Like I have to buy a few different shirts.
I got bangs.
couple pair of slacks. I have bangs.
Speaking to the Independent, they opened up about accepting the role as a woman and their concerns over the move, including the potential for being misgendered. So that was their big problem.
You really run the risk of being misgendered when you play a woman.
Yeah. It's fucking
Do you think
nuts.
Robin Williams had that problem? He goes, "Oh, really hope I don't get misgendered."
That's one of his biggest problems with Robin. I really like playing a woman. I'm really good at it. The worst case scenario is people suddenly tell me what I can and can't play, like they're doing everybody else.
Yeah, like hey, welcome to
Yeah.
acting.
You don't want to be a girl anymore? You want to be like maybe a guy?
Yeah.
Did you see that one that was like going pretty viral? But there's this like woman that transitioned into a guy, and he kind of is a guy now, and he sort of came out being like, "Yeah, this is a bad idea." This whole, like his trans thing. Have you seen him? He's sitting in a car and he does these videos.
This was the person who they said they were like had some personality disorder,
I don't know about that.
and that's like they had like the mastectomy and like they had like a bunch of stuff.
They got all this stuff, but they're going bald. So the guy's like 19 years old, right? He's like, he's like, basically, I used to be like a decent looking girl. Now I'm just like a bald 19-year-old dude that doesn't have a dick. Like,
But it was like they were like I want to go back to being a woman.
well, he's kind of saying, I think it's too far gone. He's already he already no tits, like bald.
Yeah,
Now you're better off sticking it out as a guy if you're bald.
Yeah.
I guess you maybe say like, hey, if I stop taking all this stuff, does the hair grow back? But you maybe get a transplant or wear a wig or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what a lot of the gender people are, or not gender people, but people who are like against the stuff, all the surgery and all the medical intervention. They're saying like, look, they're too young. People change their minds about this stuff.
Well, that's the thing when you see like Elliot Page too. It's like, obviously, like Elliot Page's life's gonna be fine because it's like a big celebrity or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if Elliot Page was like a normal person, you're just like this wimpy little like 4'7" dude now.
Yeah.
And if you're like this 4'7" bald dude that kind of looks weird, and then on top of that, you don't have a penis. Like, imagine you went to school and you were in high school, and there was just a guy that was like 5 foot, like bald, wimpy, no penis.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that guy's life would have been good?
No, not particularly.
That's what I'm saying, though,
what
right?
the drama club's for,
It's
though.
like maybe the worst life available, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is what this person says. Like, I'm going to transition to a guy, and then
Well, especially if you change your mind. There's one thing if you go, at least I'm like, okay, I'm on this side now and I got that out of the way and I'll figure out how to be this person. But if you go, I don't like this person and I did all this shit and I have to go back now.
But I think one of the things is once the attention's done and like, especially as you get older, maybe you're not hanging out with all those people that are into this stuff. It's like, you're just actually like a dude now. You work a job and you're just like, man, my life was better before.
Grass is always greener.
Oh, yeah.